So what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know, I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. We have got this, the NT1100, and we're on the commute at the moment. We're going to work. Honda have kindly lent me this, the new NT1100. I say new, it's probably a year old. I can't remember when I did the first impressions of this. Was it a year ago? I don't know. I haven't looked back at that video, so I'm not entirely sure. So it'd be interesting to see what I think of it now compared to what I thought of it when I did the first impressions ride. I've got this for a few weeks. As I said, today's a commute. It's mainly going to be commuting because when it turned up, it was kind of in between all the things I planned. I actually like the look of this. It does look like a massive scooter, and with the DCT gearbox it probably is, because this is the DCT, in case you didn't guess by that little intro there. Yeah, DCT 1100. I already like the engine because I've had 3 Africa twins, so the engine is a peach. That wasn't me, honest governor. So let's see how we get on with this over the next few weeks. You alright, mate?
Hi, buddy.
Alright.
Okay, just find the cameras off.
Oh, sorry mate, I'm just filming a video. Alright, sorry. I didn't realise. I was on my commute to work. It's the first time I've ever stopped here. I'm sorry bud, I won't do it again. Next time I'll stop further up the road. Cheers mate, I'll be gone in about 2 minutes.
Oh, sorry, I'll read your video, sorry.
No, it's no worries. You can be in it if you want. Take care. There you go, I'm obviously in some kind of zombie testing facility, who knew? Anyway, this is the NT1100. I'm going to see how I get on with it. As I said, we're commuting today. It's a little bit greasy. It's brand new tyres, so we're not going to go mad. Not that I ever do. But I'm going to give you kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to ride, talk to you guys, let you know what I think about it. Kind of a first impression. I will do a walk around video at this at some point and stick that up separately with all the information on and technical stuff. And then after the weeks are over and I've been riding it on all my whatever I'm going to do, I should give you a final conclusion. I'll probably give you 5 things I dislike and 5 things I really like about this bike. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. Let's get on with the ride. Let's go to work. I know, sad isn't it? Got to pay the bills, you know. But anyway, let's roll those titles and get on with this. The 2023 NT1100. Thanks for sticking around, welcome back. We are now on board this, the Honda NT1100. As I said before, DCT, and in this grey colour. I've got to say the colours this comes in is quite dull. But I don't suppose you buy this bike if you're a leery kind of person. I don't know, you might want to just fly under the radar for a bit. It's taken a little bit of getting used to because my Africa Twin obviously has got a 21-inch front wheel and this has got a 17. Got to be careful, a little bit damp, new tyres, you know how it goes. Do you know what? It's got a little bit of pickup. Right, where were we? I love that little bit of road. It's only short, it's not fast, but I don't know, it wakes me up in the morning. As I said before, this is my commute. So maybe I should start a new category. Maybe I should start commuting on, I don't know, what should I call it? Let me know down in the comment section what I should call this section, because then I can get a real idea of what bikes are like comparison wise to commute on. This isn't your normal commute. There is a little bit of traffic further up, but on the whole it's pretty much country lanes for probably 60% of the way. As I said, a little bit drizzly today, but the windscreen's doing a great job of keeping all that crap off me. I've actually got the visor open at the moment, so you can hear me clearer. I find when I close the visor I'm a little bit muffled because of my deep voice, you see, and I mumble a little bit, let's be honest. And all in all, it does a good job. It's sending the wind just over the top of my crash helmet, and these little horrible pig's ear things, they're doing a good job of breaking the wind up as well. I've got to say, this windscreen and these pig's ears, although they do a good job, by the way, I don't think they're called pig's ears, I just said that. this windscreen and thingamajiggies, they do a good job, but they look pig ugly. Maybe that's why I call them pig ears, because they look pig ugly, which is a shame, but that's what this bike's about. Efficiency, doing the job, getting on with it, touring, being, I don't know, easy to get on with, which Hondas tend to be. They're really easy bikes to ride. I find with most Hondas, as soon as you get on them, they're kind of easy to ride. Even the Fireblade was easy to ride. Stupid fast, but easy to ride. I've just put, I think it was 12 litres in, 12.7 litres of fuel, filled it up to the top, had a little bit in it, and that cost me just under 20 quid, or around 20 quid, and it's given me 209 miles in the tank, so not a massive range, but 200 is my benchmark for touring. I like a bike to do over 200 miles to a tank. That gives me a little bit of peace of mind when I'm out and about. Ergonomic wise, I probably should tell you a little bit about myself, even though I did that in the first impressions video, but things might have changed since then, who knows? Well, I think they have. I've lost weight, you see, but I'm still 6'2" tall, long in the leg, wide in the shoulders, and I'm now 16 stone 2. If you want to convert all that, you could do it. It's a place called Google. Go and Google it and you'll get all the measurements you want there. I get people complaining, can you do that in kilograms? Can you do that in inches? Can you do that in millimeters? Can you do that in frog feet? That sort of thing. But it's quite easy. The internet's out there. Google it. I might even put it on the screen if you're lucky. If I put it on the screen, then you haven't got to this bit because I've cut it out. But yeah, anyway. At no point did I say I was a professional at this, you see, because this is my hobby. I love bikes, I love riding bikes, and there's a few manufacturers that are kind enough to lend me the bikes to give me my opinion for you guys, and Honda is one of those. So once again, thank you very much to Honda UK for lending me this bike for the next few weeks. It's going to make my beautiful commute so much more fun and wind protected, because I tend to do this commute on a 125. I have got other bikes, just to let you know. I've got an Africa Twin Adventure Sport DCT, I've got a CRF 250 Rally, I've got a Super Cub 125, and I've also got a CB 125F that I use for commuting, purely because it averages around 150 miles to the gallon. But it's not as comfortable as this, I can tell you that now. But that's enough about them. We're not talking about them, are we? We're talking about this, the NT1100. This is only really a quick video to introduce you to the bike and say that I've got it. The main video will come in a few weeks where I do my conclusion on it, my wrapping up, my summing up, my 5 things I like, 5 things I dislike, because after I've lived with it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, can't even remember how long I've got it, to be honest, but I shall ride it as much as I possibly can and give you my conclusion then, and I'm sure I can find 5 things I like and dislike about this bike and give you my summary there. I think I just said that, I'm rambling now. Again, the dashboard's pretty much the same as my Africa Twin. Let's have a play. So you've got user 2, let's throttle off. User 1, nothing behind me, we're alright. It's got rain mode, urban mode and tour mode. Tour mode's the most powerful with everything on, and I've got it in Sport 2 as well. Has it got a Sport 3? Yeah, it's got a Sport 3. But I like riding everything in Sport 2. So when you do go out and play, you put it in Sport 3. And it feels like you got a little bit extra, which is nice. It livens you up a little bit. Got something to look forward to. Sport 2's plenty for everyday riding. With the DCT, I'll be honest, I never have it in drive. I absolutely hate these things in drive. The only time I do run them in drive is if I'm desperately out of fuel, like it's flashing and I'm on vapors. Then I want to preserve as much as I can and do as many miles per gallon as I can, so I'll stick it in drive then. But on the whole, drive is really annoying. If you're just plodding, I suppose it's all right, but it changes up to like 6th gear by the time you're doing 30 mile an hour. Brakes work. It does run ABS, obviously, front and rear. And without the off-road and gravel modes, you can't turn it off at the rear either, which is obvious, but on the road, why would you? I never turn my ABS off on the road. You can have a play on this. Don't let the NT badge fool you, because if my memory serves me correct, the old NT was the Deauville. I'm not sure what engine that had in. 800, 750, 700, who knows? Shaft drive, 800, twin thing. That was nicknamed the Dullville. Don't get confused. This is not dull. It may be dull looking to some. I don't think so. I quite like it actually. Maybe I'm just getting dull in my old age. So I actually think they've made a mistake with the name, call it the NT. But if you don't remember the other one, don't Google it, because it's got nothing to do with that. It's just name only. If the other one was called an NT. I'm trying to drag on my memory here, but who knows if that's any good. This one has heated grips on as well, which is nice. It's about 8 degrees, but it just takes a little bit of wind chill off. And I've got to say again, these little ear things are doing a good job of keeping the wind off my hands. I'm really enjoying this commute, I've got to say. It's nice being on a bike that I can get up hills on. My little 125, all the traffic goes past me on the hills. I kind of can't put my feet down and scoot it. But with this, it's got a lot of poke, as in torque. It's not a powerful bike. I think it's around 100 brake horsepower. But this engine delivers quite a nice bit of torque. This is what I usually do to traffic up this hill on my 125. You can't see it on the GoPro, but this is pretty steep. I've got to say, when I first got on this bike, I thought the seat was a little bit low, but now I've got used to it, I quite like it. My legs are a little bit bent, but we've got a nice cutout in the tank here, so my knees fit in there nicely. And this is doing a great job of keeping the wind off my knees. Because of these indentations, the wind's just flowing around me nicely. I can't remember if I like this bike as much as I'm quite liking it now. Maybe I rode it in the summer so I didn't feel the kind of the cold not on me. But when you're riding it in winter, you really notice the wind chill difference if you've got a good frontage. I will do a walk round at some point, dropping all the information, tech specs over, letting you guys know about that. Hopefully we'll have a brighter day. I was going to do it today, but it's a bit dull, and with this grey it will make it look twice as dull, and it's not as dull as it looks. Even though I've said dull too many times, you've probably got that associated with this bike, but it's not. You're only as dull as the rider. Okay, so today it's pretty dull, I'll give you that. And as I said before, I shall also at the end of that give you 5 things I dislike and 5 things I like. I will call it 5 things I hate and 5 things I love, simply because if you put the word hate in, people like to click on that video. It's not clickbaity, it's just a play on words. Leave me alone. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And on that note, I'm going to end the video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see what's coming up. Click the notification bell and you'll get the drop on these videos. Also go over to my Instagram, official Mr. Fish, and there's more pictures and reels over there. Also, I've got a Twitter, which is at official Mr. Fish, and there's another one as well. What is it? It's Facebook, and that is the Chronicles of Mr. Fish. And I shall leave some more pics and little videos and bits and bobs up on those, so go and check them out. I'm not forcing you to, but it would be lovely, because the more subscribers, followers I get, that sort of thing, the more manufacturers will get on board and lend me bikes. Even though, as I said before, they're not professional. It's just some random dude on a bike. I called myself a dude then. Oh dear, what's wrong with me? A random guy on a bike doing what he loves, riding bikes. And it does have cruise control, which is handy, especially on a 40-mile-an-hour average speed camera bloody road, which is really annoying. But what can you do, eh? What can you do? Living the dream. Anyway, as I said before, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also, hit that notification bell so you can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. You know what, of you all, stay safe, fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong, so go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong, so go ahead and get gone.